Hi, I'm Susanne Madsen, and in this short video I'm talking about project leadership and some of the characteristics of project leaders. The first thing that I want to highlight is that project leaders are proactive. They focus on proactive activities rather than on reactive activities. They also seek to challenge the status quo, to move beyond, to consistently want to improve things. So their outlook is very proactive. They don't just sit back and wait for things to happen. They're not content with things being the way they are today if that's the same as how they were yesterday. So being proactive is a key characteristic of project leaders. Project leaders also deliver on their promises. Not most of the time, but all of the time. If they say they're going to do something, they will do it. That's a key ingredient to actually having credibility and to building strong relationships with people. A third characteristic I want to highlight here is that project leaders focus on customer needs and they focus on the ultimate business benefits. That means that project leaders don't just look at the capability that we are delivering or an output or what a specification says that we have to deliver. They go beyond that. They look at what are the ultimate benefits that this will give the customer. What is it ultimately that my customer needs? Maybe it's not what they wanted. There may be a gap here. So project leaders seem to get into the heads of their customer, to see things from the customer's point of view, not just from the project team's point of view. So they're customer-centric, they focus on customer needs and on the ultimate business benefits. Project leaders also focus on building great teams. They know that the team is the project's biggest asset. So they don't just dish out tasks or tell people what to do. Project leaders will seek to understand the individual team player and to find synergies between a project member's strengths and interests and capabilities and those needs that the project has. By creating these synergies, project leaders are able to motivate people at a very personal level. And they're also able to inspire the team members to follow and to paint the vision that we are aiming to implement. So building great teams and focusing on each individual team member is a big characteristic of project leaders. Project leaders are also good at taking a big picture view. They take a step back every so often and they look at the project from afar. They look down and they say, what could we do better here? What have we not yet thought of? How can we do this differently? What are we missing? So the big picture view is a really good way of identifying risks. And that's, of course, another key characteristic of project leaders. They are on top of the risks. They don't just wait for them to kick in so that we get to deal with all the issues. No, they tackle potential issues, meaning risks, before they occur. And one of the ways is to take a step back and look at things in a big picture view. Project leaders are also good at delegating tasks, which someone else could do as well as they could, or even better. This comes down to actually focusing on that which is most important to the project and the customer on a daily basis, consistently. And if that means delegating certain things, which it often does, they will delegate. They will look at time wasters. They will look at low yielding activities. And they'll say, who could do this better than me? And the other advantage is that they will actually look at who from their team they can build up and train to take on some of their own responsibilities, not just because it frees them up, but because it helps improve capabilities of other team members. So that's another big characteristic of project leaders.